Hello and welcome to Wisdom Trek. This is Guthrie Chamberlain and I am your guide to wisdom. Thank you for joining us on our 7-day-a-week, 7 Minutes of Wisdom podcast. By consuming these daily nuggets, you'll grow in wisdom, then you will understand and receive guidance for each day of life's journey. This is day 49 of our trek, and we will continue today and tomorrow in learning how changing our thinking can dramatically change our lives. We are recording our podcast from our studios at Home 2 in Charlotte, North Carolina. By the time this episode airs on Sunday, July 19th, we will be back at the Big House for a little over 3 weeks as we continue renovations and prepare for our family gathering on Paula's side of the family. Although this is day 49 of our trek, we started on day 0, so I am pleased to announce that this is our 50th episode. It has gone quickly, and I want to thank everyone who has listened. My prayer is that each day's trek has been encouraging and enlightening. Please leave us a comment at wisdom-trek.com and let us know how we can improve and serve you more effectively. Life is a trek, and we are all in this trek together. Each day as we gain wisdom and insight, let us do all that we can to live life so that we are leaving a legacy. So let's head out on our trail for today. We have stopped at waypoints 1 through 9 so far, so only 3 more to go. I encourage you to apply each waypoint to your life so that you can become more wise and successful. So let's continue on life's trail until we reach waypoints 11 and 12. But before we do that, we ended our podcast yesterday, and I asked you to consider 2 more questions. At waypoint number 8, I asked you to consider, am I consciously rejecting the limitations of common thinking in order to accomplish uncommon results? And at waypoint number 9, I asked you to consider, am I consistently searching the minds of others to think over my head and achieve compounding results? Now, I hope you consider these questions each day and apply them to your lives. This will help you to change your thinking and start down the trail to a changed life. As we are on this trek of life together, one of the most important ways of thinking is our 10th waypoint. As we arrive to it, we want to practice unselfish thinking. Unselfish thinking is beneficial because it enables personal fulfillment, adds value to other people, and increases quality of your life. When you engage in unselfish thinking, you become part of something greater than yourself. It is only possible to create a long-lasting legacy by thinking unselfishly and investing in others. Here are 5 ways to cultivate the ability to think unselfishly. The first one is to put others first. When you think unselfishly, you make a commitment, both mentally and emotionally, to look out for others' interest. Second, find situations where people have needs. One way to promote unselfish thinking is for you to find situations where people have needs and then do something about it. At first, the kind of giving that you provide is not all that important. The goal is to learn how to give. Third, give quietly and anonymously. After learning how to give, you must learn how to give when nothing is provided to you in return. Anonymous giving results in spiritual, mental, and emotional benefits. Fourth, invest in people intentionally. Consider different people and their journey, and then work together with them. To possess the characteristics of an unselfish thinker, you must make sure the other person in the relationship wins first. And fifth, continually monitor your motives. It is in your human nature for you to put yourself first. This is true for everyone. It is important for you to examine your motives and ensure that you are not acting for selfish reasons. As we practice unselfish thinking, it reminds me of the 24th verse of Hebrews in chapter 10. And it says, "Let us think of ways to motivate each other to acts of love and to good works." As we are at waypoint 10, the question we need to reflect on is, am I continually considering others and their journey in order to think with maximum mutual aid? Let's head down the trail a little bit farther, and now we come to waypoint 11, and that is to rely on productive thinking. In your life, being useful and productive determines whether you are succeeding or not. However, money certainly is not the primary measure of success. The measure of success is determined if the desired results are being achieved in your life, and is your life positively impacting the lives of others. Productive thinking provides clarity by providing a benchmark to measure activity. Decisions also become easier when the desired outcome is determined ahead of time. Success in the future relies on recognizing if you have been productive today. No matter what the desired result is for an activity, it can be improved through good thinking that turns ideas and dreams into results. And once again, there are 5 ways that you can learn how to become a more productive thinker. First, identify the results desired. The results may be large or some small objective, but regardless of its size, the desired results must be as specific as possible. Second, make the results the measuring point. All activities in your life should be consistent with your values, which should not be compromised. Third, create a plan to achieve your results. Plans must be designed so that your smaller goals add up to your overall objective for this season of your life. Fourth, ensure that family and friends help you toward your objectives. Your family, friends, and associates should know and understand what your life values and objectives are, and what role they may assist with. And fifth, choose a system that will help you to measure your objectives. The system and methods in your lives must reinforce achievement of your objectives and the results that you desire. Productive thinking helps us to grow in our character, as mentioned in Apostle Peter's second letter in chapters 1, verses 8 and 9. The more you grow like this, the more productive and useful you will be in your knowledge of our Lord Jesus Christ. But those who fail to develop in this way are short-sighted or blind, forgetting that they have been cleansed from their old sins. So let us consider or contemplate our question at waypoint 11. Do I stay focused on productive thinking so that I can gain maximum results and reap the full potential of my thinking? We need to learn and then adopt the thinking habits of unselfish and yet productive thinking in our lives. These are the traits or habits of wise and successful people. It is not enough just to learn something. We must also put it into practice for it to become effective. Well, that'll finish our podcast for today. If you've missed any of the previous podcasts, please check out the Wisdom Trek at iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, or wisdom-trek.com. Tomorrow we'll finish up our 12th thinking habit, but instead of how to think, we will concentrate on what to think about. You won't want to miss it. So please join us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. If you enjoy these daily doses of wisdom, these little nuggets that we consume, I encourage you to help us in the following 5 ways. Number 1, leave us your name or email address on our website at the bottom right-hand corner of any page in the sidebar. This will allow us to update you with special information about Wisdom Trek. Number 2, leave us feedback about the podcast at wisdom-trek.com so that we can improve and serve you better. Number 3, please subscribe on iTunes or Stitcher. Number 4, please leave us a rating on iTunes or Stitcher so our podcast will gain more exposure and others can join us on our Wisdom Trek. And number 5, please share with your family and friends to journey with us on our Wisdom Trek each day. I thank you for allowing me to serve you in this way. I really do appreciate it and trust that it has been a benefit for you to be with me today. The journal for this podcast can be found at wisdom-trek.com, where we also have pictures, tweetable quotes, wisdom nuggets, and free resources. As we take this trek together, let us always live abundantly or fully, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. This is Guthrie Chamberlain reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy the journey, and create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.